What would you guys like to do?
So Penderscrap will be accompanying us to Kernmakur.
Why?
Because he wants to. Because he's afraid of the Dreamer's threat.
I look at Penderscrap. Do you want to? And why?
She's gonna teach me magic, like fireball.
Oh, you're gonna teach him magic.
Yes, we had already talked about this. He wanted to.
But why does he need to come with us?
I can't learn on my own. I think she needs to teach me, like in person, with like technique and all that. I think.
We can't just leave him here when the Dreamer's threat knows who he is.
And the more the merrier, right?
Yes, the more the merrier.
I guess so, Clink. I just
a moment. Hi there. I don't think we met. You're weird looking.
Yes.
And very large.
As he like comes up to like your shin.
Oh God, look that. He's baby sized.
Yes. It is nice to meet you. My name is Clink, and I stick out one finger, one of my hooked fingers, just kind of like. It is nice to meet you. And I take it you are Penderscrap.
I
Nice.
am.
Nice.
Yes, I knew Bilfis.
I do not know Bilfis, but that is good that you knew him. I do not know. Good that you know.
We'll explain a bit of what's going on to you.
Okay.
He worked in the Diamond Forge. He got caught up in the fight against the
Is your forge alright?
No.
Oh.
No, the forges.
I guess that's a shame. It's so expensive, huh?
Yep. Weren't you gonna go north to your family or something, Penderscrap? What happened to that?
Well, Vivian said that I couldn't learn magic on my own, so, and I sort of want to buck up and find my friend, sort of face my fears, and I don't know, I like Vivian, and you're alright, and Clink seems, he looks like I could just climb inside him and be safe, so, I don't know, maybe.
That's actually a good question, Penderscrap. Do you have space inside of you for like storage or something?
No.
Oh, well, I'll just climb on his back then.
Something like that. We can figure something out.
Yes.
Is that true, Vivian? He can't learn magic on his own?
Unless I tear spells out of my spellbook and relinquish them forever. No, he can't learn magic on his own. He's not a sorcerer.
Are you
relinquish them? Like you wouldn't be able to use them?
If I tear a spell out of my spellbook, I can't study it. I can only remember it for so long, and then I'd just be sending that information off of him, and I wouldn't be able to cast the spell.
You do not have a good memory?
I have a very good memory, but I can't. I mean, even if I wanted,
you can't just duplicate the page?
If I wanted to duplicate the page, it would cost me hundreds of gold. It costs me hundreds of gold in the first place to learn a spell. Because I need to buy paper and ink. It's special.
Aye, well, and I don't have that money. How does anyone learn magic?
With the help of someone else.
Aye.
Unless they're a sorcerer or a warlock, I suppose.
If you would excuse me for a sec, I pull Vivian aside.
Okay.
I am pulled aside. Yes?
What exactly are you teaching him?
You worried I'm going to teach him necromancy. Why would I do that? It has caused me nothing but pain. I want to teach him enough so he can shield himself from attacks so he can. You've seen me magically throw objects. You've seen me use my gust spell to push things away. We have endangered him. In the span of a day, we next to ruined his entire life here.
We did not do this.
We did. We pulled him into this.
Penderscrap already knew Bilphis.
Penderscrap already knew Bilphis, but why
Bilphis
would
was
the Dreamer...
already involved in the Dreamer's Thread before this happened.
But Penderscrap didn't know anything about the Dreamer's Thread other than he was mixed up with some weird people.
Okay, but if we weren't here,
Nasu, you
then the
cannot
Dreamer's Thread
expect.
wouldn't
You
bring
cannot
brought to
do the
light.
mental gymnastics in your head to say that we are
You're
not
doing the mental
exactly
gymnastics in our
reason.
head to say that Penderscrap is our responsibility right now.
Are you serious?
He is going to just weigh us down with you
I
attempting to
have a
teach
plan.
him magic while we're trying to get up the goddamn mountain. Okay?
I'm
If he
not-
comes along with us, he's your
I have
responsibility.
I have not in any way asked you to take any responsibility for Penderscrap. If he's my
You were
opponent,
asking the
he's-
party to take on a shared
I
responsibility
said
by
he's coming
bringing
with
him.
us.
Yeah.
Did I say that you are supposed to lay down your life for him? Or did I say he's going to walk next to you? I'm paying for
He's
his
still
food.
tethered.
I'm
That's
paying
still
for
a
his food.
liability.
I have a plan. It doesn't affect you in any way other than we have someone else here. Why are you so upset?
You're just being a bit. You're just continuing to show a pattern of being a bit narrow-sighted, Vivian. Okay?
We ruined his life. He asked me to teach him magic.
So you say.
So I say yes. I will give you the means to protect yourself because you're small. You remember Vidar?
Sure. Yeah. I
He
remember.
kicked him over on the way in.
A tear. Am I supposed to have empathy?
I'm not asking you to do anything. No,
You are asking. You're
I am-
asking the party
really not.
to carry around another ball and chain.
I'm going to carry around this person whose life we ruined because he asked for help. He asked for my help. He didn't ask for your help. I have the money to take care of him. I'm the one who's going to be teaching him. And I have a plan for keeping him safe. So you don't have to worry at all. You can just pretend he's not there if that's really what you want to do.
Just think about how your actions affect others. Let's move. We don't have much. I don't want to be in the city any longer than we have to. And I walk back to the group.
You guys make your way through Vuk Hall. You eventually make your way to the hall in which you heard the noises coming from, or the strange noises coming from, the first day that you arrived. You walk through the tunnel that you heard the noises emanating from. You see two large rectangular spaces carved out from within the stonework of the ground, one closer to you and one a bit further away. Each appear to be an extension of two tunnels that lead into this room. One, you notice, appears to be surrounded by guards, and there are no lines towards this, tunnel entrance. You get up to the teller. You see a dwarven woman.
Hi.
Aye. 2 tickets.
Yeah, to Kermaker.
8 gold.
Okay. I give her the 8 gold.
All right.
2 tickets as well for the same place.
All right, 8 gold.
All right.
And just so you know, gentlemen, train only goes one place. You don't need to say Kermaker.
Thank you.
All right.
There was a train to the top.
Different station entirely.
That makes sense.
Okay.
All right.
So you guys get the tickets. They appear to be just stamped, square pieces of thick paper.
Okay. Paper. Okay.
Should we have gotten
Okay,
tickets for
sure.
the horses as well?
I'll go ask the lady. I'll get back in line. Here, Vivian, this is yours.
Okay.
I'm
Yes.
just curious. I'm just a bit curious about. I mean, do Do you know why the Maxim was after you in the first place?
No. They have been after me for many years, and I have not seen them for around a little over 9 years since I moved here. But yes, I do not know.
Okay. Do they always go for your chest? Every time you've come across them, or?
This is the first time that they have gotten a hold of my chest, but I do not know. It was always they were always after something inside me, I believe. I traveled with this woman that she told me that there was something special inside me, and she just said, you have something special inside you. And I feel like I've heard that people say that before, like, oh, you have something special inside you. Oh, you have a purpose for life. You have this. And I took it as that because now I am living in the way. And I do not know. I just know that she defended me quite a bit. And yes, but this is the first time they actually got a hold of my chest.
Kind of leads you to believe that there is actually something special inside of you.
It could be. Also, I am very hard to more hard to harm. And so I feel like maybe if they open up my chest, I mean, like any one of you, a carbon-based life form, you have a heart or something that is life-giving inside you. So maybe if they are searching for that, if they destroy that, it is easy. They don't have to attack me. Does that make sense?
If they've been pursuing you for so long, I mean, they're a magical organization, and I've never seen anything like you. I mean, I haven't really been around a lot, but the chances that you do have some very interesting magic is pretty high.
Yes, I believe so. So I would love to have you do spell on me, as long as you don't try to tear open my chest.
I wouldn't try to tear open your chest.
All right,
I
that
don't
is
think
good.
I could. I will probably fare just as well as that other wizard. They're not
Yes.
really a strong breed.
I got you. I understand.
So Nasu,
Yeah.
you get up.
Back again, I see.
Yes, I forgot. We have a cart and 2 horses. Is that any extra gold to get them on?
Aye.
Yeah, how much?
It's 2 gold.
Okay. And do we need to bring them up to a certain point on the train? Or
Aye,
do we
you'll be putting them in the caboose.
caboose.
It's the last grabbing in the train, the last cart, alright? Just putting them in the big thing, alright? The biggest one, you might need to put the big fella in there as well.
Oh no!
Okay.
Clink, no!
All right, no worries.
Alright. Cool. Alright.
Thank you. That's
You pay the 2 gold?
Huh? Yeah, I paid the 2.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So you head back.
Yep. Okay, it was just 2 gold. They'll be in a caboose. It's the last thing on the train apparently. I'm sure we'll see it when it pulls up. Clink has to go in there too as well. So.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Eventually, you see a large metal and wooden tube-like contraption speeding down the railway. One of the dwarven, what appear to be conductors, are waving you forward. Aye, come on.
Would he fit in here with us?
Aye, why are you lad?
I do not. I've never weighed myself.
And he's sort of I said, how wide are you?
Oh, sorry, wide. I am wide. This wide.
All right, and he just sort of walks up to you and goes, all right, yeah, won't fit in the
in the train cars that are in front for passengers. I'm sorry, lad, you're gonna have to go in with the horses.
The doors slide open, and a firm wood and metal lined bridge extends out of the ground which you stand, and covers the gap that exists between you and the contraption. You three, with Penderscrap included, step on board to find yourself in a crammed, small hallway lined with doors with room numbers upon them in gold. Clink, you are ferried along in the back, where you still have to sort of squeeze your shoulders into and walk through as the dwarf ferries you along, and you see a couple of them stacking some goods, some other cargo along the wall to your left as soon as you enter into. You are led to the right, where you see a couple other horses. The smell is that of hay and manure at this point. The dwarf looks up at you.
So I don't really know whether you're gonna be at during this. I would suggest against the wall, the far back one, lest you be. Actually, can you sit at the far back wall? I don't want you to be like a cannonball if something happens and just sort of fling everywhere. You look to be rather heavy.
Yes, I can do that.
Alright, do you want to be strapped in like the cargo?
Oh, no, I will be fine. Thank you.
I think I'm gonna strap you in like the cargo.
Okay. Yes, if you believe. Yes, alright.
There are some turns and you might slip and slide around on the hay and metal.
Alright, what about this little
What's... Aye, we'll put, we'll put that over the other cargo and we'll just strap it down just like you is.
Okay.
You're gonna be on the opposite end of the wall though, because the cargo is strapped down heavier, but I don't want you I just don't think that I got the room. You understand what I'm saying here?
I do understand, yes.
What are you, by the way?
Brass.
Oh. Alright, do you got a name then?
Yes, yes, my name is Clink.
What, the metal sound?
Yes. I was a smith in the forges.
So you're a metal man named Clink who makes metal?
I do not make metal, I make things with metal, yes.
Wow,
Yes.
you're like a riddle. What's metal that makes metal? That's named the sound metal. It's Clink.
Yes, I lead a very simple life.
I don't think that's simple, mate. I think that's quite literally the opposite of simple.
Oh, okay.
Alright, well, it's time to strap you down so you don't ruin everything and kill the horses with your flinging about.
Alright.
Alright, I'll take the cart and I'll put it over here for now, and then I'll strap that in later if you want to follow me.
Okay.
Alrighty. And he brings you to the end of it. A pretty dark area. You don't see any windows in this area. And he sort of climbs up and hooks on a strap and then ties it around you, and then he hooks in another strap on the other side and then hooks it on, and then another one on the far left, and then hooks it around, so you have a strap going across both shoulders and then across your waist. Alright. Are you comfortable?
Yes, thank you.
Are you uncomfortable sitting on metal, or are you sorry? Because I got a squishy bottom and you don't. So do you get cozy? Or are you sort of just living? What's going on there? I'm sorry, I don't.
Is this guy high?
I've never been asked that question before. I I believe that I am what you would consider comfortable, but I do not know because I do not know what comfort or discomfort technically is, if that makes sense.
No, it don't. Lad. Alright, so. Alright.
But I'm okay.
Well,
thank
if you need a
yes.
blanket.
No, I'm good. I
Well,
have
do
my
you-
cloak.
Alright. Well, I'll strap this little wagon in and, alright. And he goes to the other end. So, this is a 2-day journey.
I will use another spell slot to send to the Maxim guy.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Ah, sorry.
Okay.
Why is everyone
Look at Cade.
You guys!
There you go.
Blood, bones, and sorrowful energy to Dragon brother. We met yesterday. And we both lost someone. But I want... I have like 10 more letters
11.
to know more about the Maxim.
Who the fuck are you?
Fucking Christ, you asshole.
I don't remember you. Were you one of the people in the forge? Not only that, but why the fuck would I tell you anything about a Maxim? Send me a message again, I'll track you down and I'll fucking kill your family.
Oh, no family.
Penderscrap,
Hi,
did you want to start?
sure. Is it dangerous to do?
I was thinking the first spell I would teach you is something very simple.
Alright.
It's just one where and I'll just do, using my ring, now that I've attuned to it overnight, cast a little bit of dancing lights.
Alright.
It's just nothing that's too aggressive.
That's nice.
You can't see in the dark, right?
No,
Might be helpful.
I can see a little bit, but not really.
Can you really?
Well, I've been in the mines for so long, so there's a bit, just a little bit, but I can't. I think that you're like, I always drink this potion that gives me seeing in the dark, so they give it to all the people that work in the
I saw
mines.
that in my alchemy book.
Oh, aye,
Calling for
aye,
Dwarvish
aye,
alchemy.
aye, aye. Well, okay, so to do the floaty balls.
Okay, so this is a bit difficult because this is something I can do inherently, but in terms of how to explain it.
So make an intelligence check for me.
Okay. I wish I could roleplay this better, but it's not the easiest.
That is a third natural run I've rolled with this dice.
Natural one. Okay. So it's not that you don't know how to do it, it's that you don't know how to teach. You have a hard time saying what you do so easily now. As you are 7th level,
Yeah.
you are far beyond learning cantrips
Yeah.
difficultly. So what you are saying is very much more higher level, and you're using jargon that he doesn't quite understand. So you go through...
So mean.
You go through a lot of
Make me feel
phosphorus as
bad.
he's like saying the words, trying to do the movements, but something is off, and he ends up just like his phosphorus is thrown onto the blankets, on himself, and after a couple hours, I'm pretty done for the day. I'm feeling a little bit bad about myself.
I'm sorry.
It's alright. I
No,
think I'm
I-
gonna go down to the bar that Elsu was talking about, and I'm gonna get a drink really fast.
Okay. Here's some silver. And I give him.
Do you want anything? I'll bring you something back.
No, I'm okay.
Alright.
Just dust off some of the
He
phosphorus.
goes to
on
the
it.
bar.
I'm a bad master.
Okay.
I'd like to try and look at Hector's papers.
Okay, make an investigation check.
17.
anything new?
Okay. Nothing about Alessandrius? Okay. Okay. I do want to have another conversation with Penderscrap, but that can happen after anybody else needs to do anything.
They're done.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
When he comes back from the
Okay,
bar.
Sort of reaches up and grabs it, opens it up. It's not too short for him. I mean, it's not too tall for him because this is primarily a dwarven train. So you actually even have to lean down slightly. Nasi is struggling.
Wow.
No, Nasa's having a bad time. You're a tall motherfucker.
Okay, so he comes in
Excuse me. God.
with a little mug or a little flagon.
I love him so much.
Drinks it, puts it down.
I'm sorry, I'm a bad teacher.
Well, it's not your fault. It's pretty horrid stuff.
I know it's just hard to.
Listen, it's alright. We'll get it.
It's not your fault though.
Well, it's magic. It takes a long time to learn. We'll just deal with it. It's not like I'm gonna be slaying any Vidars anytime soon anyway.
Yeah, I wish I could.
Well, it's not your fault. It'll just take a bit of time. After I finish this and I get some liquid courage, I'll be willing to try again.
Okay, maybe the spell I was trying to teach you is something that not something I learned, but something I can just do naturally because of being a drow. So maybe if I try and teach you one of the other spells that I just know that I studied, maybe that would be easier for me to teach. So maybe we can try something a little different. I know that we had our whole conversation about you coming with me and not just taking some of my pages and going north. I just thought I would be able to be a better teacher, and I could at least teach you some things a little bit more quickly.
Well, I mean,
I'm just
it's alright.
I'm just worried about bringing you into the spine. I don't think that. I mean, you can't. It would just weigh very heavily on me if I wasn't able to protect you. And it's not like I can expect to teach you.
Do you think it's dangerous where we're going?
Yes. I was thinking maybe.
Well, it's up to you. I don't know. Do you want me to go with you? I mean, at this point, I just, I don't really have anywhere else. I could go back to my family, but I'd feel pretty lousy. But if I'm gonna die, I think I'd rather feel lousy.
I agree. I was thinking, and obviously it's up to you. It's just that.
Do you not want me to come with you?
No, it's that. It's selfish to say when it's my fault that you can't be in Kernulem and feel safe anymore. But I'm really, I don't know, it was nice. It's just nice to have somebody else who knows what it's like and who's willing to share in this with me, because the kind of magic that I do is really lonely. And I understand why, so it's not like I think it's unfair, but it's still, I told you I don't have any of my memories before 7 months ago, right?
And he sort of hops off the bed and sits next to you. He jumps up next to you. He puts his hand on your little hand.
I hold my little hand. It's selfish of me to ask you to do this, but I don't. I want to protect you, but I know from experience that even if I'm trying to lay myself in front of whatever is coming for you, that I won't always be able to do it in time. I've tried. If you would be okay, maybe waiting in Kernmarker. I think my friend Hector, his chest is filled with money, and I can pay for you to stay and eat and be safe and be comfortable. And when we come back out of the spine with Bilfess, then maybe we can go from there. And I can still teach you, but you won't be unsafe, and you'll be in. I mean, I suppose that at that point you might as well just go with your family. I just have liked the thought of having somebody else who is interested in the same thing that I'm doing. But that's not fair for me to expect you to do that when it's your life.
If that's what you want, I can stay here.
Would you?
Sure.
I squeeze the little hand.
I thought that I was gonna be doing hero things. For once.
I just wish I had a little bit more time. Let me think a little bit more about a strategy. Let's just see how much I can teach you. And then we can decide whether or not you go in with us or not.
That's alright, I can tell you, just be a burden.
No, Penderscrap, that's not what I mean.
It's alright. I know you just be worried about me and now don't do anything, so it's just...
That's not what I mean. If we were just going into...
Not what it is.
If we were just traveling to a different city, it'd be fine, but no one will tell me what's in the spine. And this report I've read so far, it doesn't, there are goblins and there are snakes, and I can handle that. I could protect you from that. But, and I want to pull the report out and show him. The handwriting changes at the end. After they found
He takes it.
a bear with a giant scorch mark from lightning, and there's I whisper this, there's a root of Pterodosia, and I'm worried that whatever is there killed all of these dwarves. And if it was just goblins or snakes, you'd be fine. And you would probably be able to take one down yourself, and it would be so fun to see you do hero stuff. But I don't know what to expect from this, and I don't want to put you in harm's way that much, because I don't even know if I'm going to be able to protect myself from whatever this is.
Alright, yeah, that's fine.
What I can do is I can leave you several spells, and I can try and write the directions down as best as I can. And we can try and do as much as we can now. And I'll send you a message every night that I can.
Alright.
Sorry.
Just wish I had gone to Verdulum instead. Thought I was going with.
What?
I thought I was going with.
Let me talk to Clink.
No, it's alright. Obviously, you just think I'm. It's alright.
No,
No, it's alright, Vivian.
Thunderscrap.
I'm done talking about it. I think I'm just gonna go to bed.
And he turns around. He gets in his pillow. And he starts to go to bed. What are you doing?
I will go to sleep.
Okay. Are you guys doing anything else during the last leg of the journey?
Does Thunderscrap not want to learn any more magic?
No.
Are you serious?
The 27th at around 11 p.m. January 27th, 1528 is when you arrive in Kernmakur.
I guess we'll just we'll move into town and see if we can buy a cart there.
We probably won't be able to bring a cart into the mountains.
Okay.
You think?
What's the mountains?
Okay. Well, the time, Vivian?
What time is it?
It's like 11:30 p.m.
It's 11:30.
Wow. Okay. Well, nothing in town is gonna be open other than, I guess, the inns. So let's go find an inn, stack up, and we'll. I need new clothes, and
Yes, you do.
some armor. Some new
Actually,
armor would be nice.
From what I read in the report, it would be best if all of us bundled up very, very warmly. I'll probably need to
Goodness.
get another cloak or something.
Should we get
Okay.
something for the horses?
Yeah. Let's head
I-
to an inn and
So that they're not cold. Yes. I actually spoke to the horses, and I know we are set to name them. I asked if they wanted to choose their names, and I don't know if that is okay if you wanted to name them or not, but right now they're kind of deciding, and I will talk to them later
Wait.
tonight, and you can talk to them too if
Wh-
you'd like. And we can all discuss, because I feel like they should have names, especially
What?
without a cart
I'm-
that they're going to
clink,
walk.
clink, 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 clink.
Yes.
Speak to animals?
Yeah. What do you mean you talk to the horses?
Oh, I mean,
And they're
I
just sort of like they're large draft horses just standing there like.
sorry, I spoke to them and they spoke to me. I cast a spell. Yes, and
You have a spell to talk to animals.
well, to not just animals, but anything. Yes, but yes, I have that spell. And I used it when we were in the caboose. Yes, it is very handy. And so now
Okay.
I will talk to them. I was supposed to talk to them sometime on the last. Is it the last day, or is this still the set? I would talk to
We
them the
just got
next
off
day.
the train, yeah.
You just got off the train.
Yeah.
I know,
You would
but-
talk to them
but-
the next day.
The next day would be the day that I said was the second day.
Y-
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So tomorrow sometime I will talk to them and we can all talk to them. I feel like they should have names. They believe that Osiren Artificer was supposed to name them, and I believe that was the. But I told them that we are now going to name them, but they could possibly decide. I just wanted to let you know that because, yes, that is just what happened to me.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. Well, I guess if they want names, then that might be helpful, especially if we're going into pretty rocky terrain in the mountain
Yes.
pass. Okay. All right. Sounds great. Let's go. Let's move and find an inn.
You would find the general store first, which is on the third way. So you go to the general store.
Okay.
You find humanity in store, human crafts and goods.
So, looking for. Let's see. I'm looking for map, berries, and apples. Any clothing that would fit me.
Okay.
If there's any big enough, and then saddles.
Okay. You find all of that.
Great. And then I look at the map.
You get a good understanding of where everything is,
Okay.
and you see immediately the Southern Connection Tavern and Inn is right next to the small the underground lake on the first layer.
First level.
Yeah.
Okay. Great. Looks like I know where the inn is. Let's make our way there. See if we can get the horses stabled.
All right.
Okay. So you guys walk down to the first layer of Kernmerkur.
Yeah. I'll. Shit. Wait. We didn't put the horses in the stable.
Mm-mm.
No. Okay. I'll go up to the bar.
Okay. You see a woman, slicked back hair, looks to be half elven, red, burnished hair.
Hey. 4 rooms. And then I'll go to wherever the room wherever is on my key.
Okay. Yeah. So you go to the north hall.
Okay.
Couple things. What was in my pocket?
You look in, find a key.
I would like to open the chest. What's
Okay.
in my room?
Opens up the chest.
Open up this.
Yep. You find a lot of gold.
Is that it?
Yes.
It's just gold in
That's
there.
what you see.
I hate him. Okay, I'm gonna look through this gold.
Okay, make an investigation check.
Nice.
If I could. 10.
10. Okay, you just find gold.
Cool. I'm gonna send to Bilphus again.
Are you?
I'm gonna send to
God.
Bilphus again.
Okay. It's about midnight.
Yeah, it is about midnight.
Okay.
It's Vivian again. Just clear your throat if you're going to the Kadon Pass.
You don't get any reply.
I should have had more.
I should have added more.
Oh no.
I'm gonna send again because I have all my spell slots again.
Yeah.
Clear your throat if you're going to the root of Terradosia give me a second, in the Stradash Gulch.
You don't get a reply.
I send again. Clear your throat if you're getting these messages. Fuck! Wow, that's literally... I used my 4th level spell slot.
Okay. Who you sending to?
Same fucking person.
Bill. It's okay.
Are you in the southern portion of the spine even? Clear your throat. Yes. Oh, fuck me. Where is this fucking place? That's all the information that was in the book. I'm gonna look through Hector's papers again. Yeah, fine. You can say it if you want to say it.
Make an investigation check.
That was really gracious of you. Oh, thank God. Fuck. 24.
24.
Give me the thing, please.
Roll one more time for me with that roll.
Wow. Wow.
I don't want to go to bed. I'm so tired of this fucking bullshit.
So,
What do I find?
you don't find anything in the papers,
Yeah.
but on a hint, when like, you find the charcoal smudging again.
Mm-hmm.
And you search through the gold one more time. And you find something that's a bit larger than a gold piece.
And that coin?
It looks identical to the coin that is charcoal smudged.
Does it have anything fun on it?
Yeah.
No, just what was on the charcoal page.
What about on the other side?
It actually looks flat, as if it was stamped in that way.
Okay.
Are you doing anything else during the night, any of you?
I'll start going. Vivian.
Okay.
Vivian, I don't know what room you're in.
Are you doing that through the North Hall, South Hall?
No, just through the North Hall.
Okay, you don't get any response.
I'll go to the South Hall.
Okay, so you go to the South Hall. After a bit, you hear Vivian like that.
I close the chest.
Okay.
I lock it. I put the key in my pocket.
Okay.
I scoot the card over. And I open the door.
Yes?
Hi.
Hi.
The reports.
Yes. Is Clink nearby? We could all talk about it together.
Okay, no, but I can go get him. I saw where Clink went, right?
Yes, in the
Okay.
same hall that you went to.
Okay, great. Okay.
So
Well,
you
let
go, I'll just say for brevity, you get him.
Great.
You come back to the room. So Clink,
Okay.
you were there with them.
Thanks.
You do notice that you have to really like scrape into like the doors into the rooms. You're like,
Too big. Just gotta wait until we do combat again, and then we'll be grateful for it.
so you squeeze into the room. You guys are all now in Vivian's room, with the exception of Penda Scrap.
There's
Um,
Scrap can tuck my tail. That was out of character.
I know,
I'm
but-
grumpy with him.
So,
it's fine.
so what's up with the reports? What do they say?
Well, at this point, I can't really tell if any of it is useful because I just sent to Bilphis 5 more times, and every single place
Oh my
that's
gosh.
listed in this report is not where they're going. So, the most important thing is I have a couple coordinates. Apparently, there's an exposed root of Terradosia. The dwarves tried
Okay,
to warn.
and what does that mean?
Well, I mean, you saw all the roots on the way here, how protected they were by the elves. This one is unprotected by the elves.
Wait a minute. You mean that a root of that giant tree like extends into the mountain range here?
Yes. It seems so.
What's so important about the root? I don't understand.
Well, I don't know what's important about the root either, except that every single one is protected so that no one can touch it. And that in some of the books we found in Kern Ulam, that apparently it was a source of interest for Balanzar.
Balanzar. Remind me.
The god of chaos that humans were birthed from.
Right.
Sorry, I figured that you weren't there for it. I have a couple different places in the southeast portion of the spine. Really, the important bits are that there's an exposed root of Terradosia, and these dwarves sent several ravens to the elves to try and warn them, but none of the ravens, at least from what I can assume, ever made it because they were probably taken down. Because near the end of the report, the handwriting changes once they find a bear with scorch marks like lightning. And they go and investigate it, and when they come back, the handwriting is changed, and they say that it was no big deal, and that they're going to go on another patrol. So I can only assume that someone else has already found this exposed root of Terradosia and is really trying to make sure that the elves don't find out.
Can you assume that it's Hector and Bilphis?
No, this was in November,
And?
and it's January.
Do we know what this tree does?
Okay.
It's possible that
Okay, can we assume that Hector and Bilphus are going towards the...
I asked if they were going towards the exposed route of Terradosia. He said, well, he didn't say anything, but I told him to clear his throat if it was a yes. He basically said no. I asked if they were going to any of the surrounding areas listed in the report. He said no. I asked if he was going to, I don't know, the Kadon Pass, which is the only lead I had from Bill Huxton, who was one of the people on the initial journey on the Zorella Nabicon, and he said no. I asked if he was even in the southern area of the spine, and he said yes. So I don't know where to look.
So they're in the southern range of the spine.
They're in the southern range, or they're heading towards somewhere in the southern range of the spine.
So we head south.
I have no idea. We're already south.
Sure.
We head east, I suppose, but it's almost suicide to just wander in there and walk around the mountains until we find it. They're huge. I wasted a lot of my energy for today, but I'm going to try again tomorrow. There's one other place that Hector mentioned in one of his letters. I don't know exactly where it is, but it's a place, so I'm going to ask. But other than that, I suppose I could ask about this one other spot, but I doubt that... I mean, the dwarves left from this area to go further south, and that's when they ran into trouble. Hector is probably always around him, so he can't say anything, he can just clear his throat.
Alright.
So,
Well,
that's all I've really found.
okay. Well, then let's get some rest, and I guess we'll have you try to extract any more information you can.
I suppose, Clink, I should explain a little bit of this to you.
Yeah,
I don't
that would
recall
be
how
nice.
I-
I know nothing. I have no idea who any of these people are. I know the name
Sorry,
Hector
Clint.
because you used to travel with him, I believe, and I heard that he had cat. And then Billifis I've heard numerous times, but I do not understand what is happening. Sorry.
Hector is no, you don't have to apologize. I should have explained earlier. It's been a frustrating couple of days. Hector is a very dear friend of mine, and he called all of us, including Osiren, to help him come to Kernulum to find Philphus. Because there was something that we were going to help him do in the spine, and we needed Bilphus to do it. Except when we got to Kernulum, he had disappeared. And we tracked him only by luck of Nasu and finding Penderscrap to Bilphus's apartment, and we found a bunch of interesting information. And we've been tasked by, or at least I've been tasked by Archmage Preservius to go into the spine and find him, which is something I was already going to do because I think Hector's in danger and he is going in there on his own as some horrific self-injuring, I don't know what he's doing. Nasu is going to come with me. I don't know exactly why, but I'm grateful for the company. But I suppose you're not required to venture into the spine as your first thing you do out of Kernulum. It's not necessarily a very safe journey.
Oh, well, hold on, Vivian. Don't count Clink out yet. He seems pretty amicable to us, and, like, we could use all the help we can get in the spine.
I know we can use all the help we can get, and I'm not saying I don't want him there. I'm just saying I'm not just going to assume that he's coming, and I want to give him the option to go if he wants to.
Okay, but you were going to assume earlier that we were just going to string Penderscrap along? I'd like it if you could get your virtues aligned.
I don't know why you are saying something like that. I'm trying to be gracious enough not to assume that Clink is going to just come along with us to a dangerous place when we've known him for literally a day. I don't know what about my virtue makes you think that that is a negative thing. And I understand that you want him to come with us because we're safer that way, but it's his choice and I'm not going to assume he's coming along. I already
Clink?
told Penderscrap that he's not coming because it's not safe.
Oh, so you wised up. Clink?
Yes, I was planning on going because Hector supposedly has information about Maxim of Magic, and I need answers about Maxim. So, yes.
That makes sense.
Why are you coming, Nasu?
Think I have anywhere better to be? We got exiled out of Colonel M, and look, I don't much like Hector, but I don't enjoy the trouble that he causes. And well, if we can get to him and control the situation, I mean, we can't really break my affiliation from him so much at this point, or at least how I feel. So.
Why? I'm confused.
Hector was with us when we came into Colonel M. You know, the high officials of the city saw that, and if anything goes bad with Hector, I don't want anything to be able to be pinned on me because he's associated with us when I couldn't have done anything to stop it.
Okay. I don't think anybody's going to blame you for anything Hector does. I'm just curious. You don't like me, you don't like Hector,
No.
and you're upset with me for doing pretty much anything. I'm just curious as to why you're even going through the trouble of journeying into the spine, because you have nothing better to do when it is almost assuredly going to mean another near-death experience, and you already have had
I've
a little bit more
already
than that.
died.
So I'm curious as to why you're coming.
Look, Vivian, you've saved me from certain encounters multiple times. I told you after we had that conversation with Ivar that I mean, you're worth protecting. And while I have tried to do that, I feel like my performance has been a bit lacking, and I don't know, maybe I feel indebted to you. But I also just can't help but see how reckless you're being. And, well, if you go down, I'm not going to let you go down on your own. I'm
Also
just
me.
upset because
Sorry.
Yes.
Sorry. Just wanted
Yes,
to
Clink, thank
butt
you.
in. Yes, I will help.
Look, I'm upset at you because, well, I guess I care about you. For better or for worse.
Sorry.
It's okay. I'm
Guess
sorry.
just used to. I'm not used to. I'm not used to people doing things for me because they care about me.
I can see that. I've been in the same place. Well, perceivedly so.
I'm sorry. I've just been. Nothing I've been doing lately has been working. I shouldn't have gotten mad at you.
It's okay. I'm sorry I've been brash. I just... Maybe it's having fallen into death and coming back has made me, I don't know, a little unafraid of consequences. But
We shouldn't do that. We shouldn't be unafraid of consequences.
Well, sure. That's why I want us to be as prepared as for this journey as we can be, and that means numbers. Well, probably numbers. I'm kind of glad that you had Penderscrap stay back. I don't think he would have
I just thought
been
I
an aid.
could be a better teacher, and I could at least have him shield himself or something. But
Vivian, I think you're a bit self-sacrificing in the wrong moments.
I have never heard anybody say that about me.
No, it was actually selfish of me to want Penderscrap to come with us.
How do you mean?
It was just nice to have somebody depend on me and not be disgusted with me for being a necromancer, and be grateful that I was there for them, and then he wanted to learn from me, and I thought that my master left me, and pretty much everyone else I've traveled with has left me, and I just thought that if Penderscrap came with me, that I could maybe do for him what my master couldn't do for me, and I could be there to help him when it was the most important. But we're going into the spine, so, it's not like we're just venturing into some small cave and killing some wolves or anything. I'd be fine bringing Penderscrap along for that. I just don't think he understands that I can't bring someone who can't even do a cantrip into the spine. He'll die if anything touches him.
Yeah, I agree with that.
So, he's not very happy with me right now. Because I told him to uproot his life and come with me, and now I'm telling him that he can't because he's not strong enough, and that's the only thing he's ever heard.
He may be
I
mad.
just don't know how to make it clear to him.
Yeah, he may be mad in the moment, but I believe that in the long run he will respect your decision because he will be alive. And so right now he might
He'll
be
deal with
angry. Yeah, but he will I think he will realize, and if he doesn't, then he is just unintelligent, but I do not believe that it's the thing. He is just emotional right now, and yes, I believe that you should. I'm sorry that you feel like you have no one that cares about you, but now you have Nasu, and you have me. I do not know you well, but I consider you a friend, which is nice. And Penderscrap will even if you lose the friendship, you shall know in your heart that he is alive because of you.
Yeah, you're right.
Look.
I have a plan on what I was thinking of either putting him up here for a month while we're in the spine and leaving him some of the things that I don't really use very often, some of the spells I don't use, or sending him money to go to Verdulum like he originally wanted to do before I convinced him otherwise.
Okay. Where's that gonna come from? I thought you didn't have much.
I have a couple of things I can sell. I'll make it work.
Okay. Alright. Look, Vivian, I had heard Osiren talk about necromancy as evil, I guess, by default, from what I understand, and I know that, well, everyone else we seem to talk to about it doesn't take very kindly to it, and, well, I've seen it. It's some nasty magic, from even what little I understand about magic, but I told Clink earlier when he asked me, and I told him, I think there are good people and there are bad people, and necromancy is just used by good or bad people. I think you're a good person, Vivian. I don't think what magic you use defines you. I think it's how you use it.
I agree with that because the cleric that we had that brought Nasu back to life was very kind. I mean, he was so kind that he gave up his basically his life to save Nasu, and I feel like that is a very kind act. It wasn't out of greed or anger or anything like that. It was out of kindness for a life, and I think that is a good thing. So it is, I think, how you use it. Yes.
I wish that was true in the cosmic sense of things. I don't know. I know how to use it, but I don't know a lot about it. But, and I know that this is not going to be easy to hear. But I don't know what happens to the souls after I raise them and dismiss them. When I raise a body, I pull the soul back from mortem. And when I dismiss it, it dissolves into dust. And I don't know if that soul goes back. Okay. And I know that the reason a lot of necromancers pursue something as drastic as lichdom, as immortality, is because those who practice it are stealing from him, from mortem. And I wish it was true that at least in our world, it's true that some good people might use necromancy. But I don't think mortem cares. And that's just the fate I've had to come to accept, that and this isn't probably the good way to look at it, but once it's done, what's the point in stopping? You've already done it. You've already made yourself an enemy of him. And I don't know what's going to happen to you. I have no idea what'll happen to you when you die. I don't know if you'll go back down there, and I don't know if you'll join the river or if you'll go to whatever happens to all the other souls that are stolen.
Well,
it's not a good thing I do.
Well, let's hope that is many years to come.
Yes, let's hope that's many years to come.
And mortem aside, we'll work on you taking a compliment. Huh?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well,
there's not much else we can do tonight, but I'll send a Bilphus when I wake up, and we can maybe ask around tomorrow.
Sure. I'm gonna want to try to find a forge, or some weapons shop. I need more bullets, and I want some new armor.
Okay. You probably also need. It's going to be very cold. You probably should get very warm clothes.
Yeah.
I will as well. Clink, do you do well in the cold?
I do fine in the cold, and we will get something for the horses. Yes.
Yes. I suppose we'll just figure the rest of it out tomorrow.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you both.
Of course.
I don't really know what to do with all this, but
It's okay.
thank you.
Sleep on it.
Okay, you guys head back to your rooms?
Yeah.
For the night?
Yep.
Yep.
For the night.
And that's where we're going to end it.